Hi guys and dolls, how are you? I hope you are well and I hope you can hear me. So I had some very exciting adventures this weekend and I wanted to share them with you. Um, so I went to Jeff's parents' house in the Lake of the Ozarks again and had a total blast. There were, let's see, 3 fishing tournaments and and something else. Anyway, this area of Missouri is called Lake of the Ozarks. And if you ever look at the actual lake, which is man-made, it is massively ginormous. It is huge. Okay. It's great. It's just huge. And so went down there, made really good timing. There was also a car show. And there was something else. I can't remember. But it was, and people that participate in the fishing tournaments, they they compete for expensive prizes, really nice prizes. And in one of them, I was made aware that one of the prizes was a bass boat. Okay. So I'm sure there's financial, prizes, monetary prizes and that sort of thing also. So I don't know a lot about that, but because there was going to be so much activity on the water, I had brought my inflatable boat, but I wasn't sure how well that would work, to be quite honest. I wasn't sure how well that would work because the water was going to be choppier than normal, especially if you're talking about a fishing tournament where they're taking up quite a bit of the lake, especially in the coves, which is where I prefer to be. It's slightly calmer, but behind Jeff's parents' house is a dock that is constantly bam, bam, bam. It's constantly doing that, okay? So the waves are aggressive. So we inflated the boat. We did a lot of work because their house sits really high and we had to go all the way down to the dock, to the water, and carry all the equipment to my bag that has the doodads in it for the boat, and which I never did put it on there. What else? The boat itself, which takes a while to inflate, and all the cushions that go with it, and it's just a lot. Okay. But it was so hot. So there was a heat wave, and the heat wave was supposedly going to end on the 3rd day, but it did not end. It was still extremely hot. So we finished all that and we put the boat in the water, or we were about to put it in the water, and I basically freaked out because I'm looking at those waves and I'm going, I don't want to do that. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. I'm scared. So I told Jeff he could do it by himself because I was just going to sit and observe. Well, he's like, no, come on, you're fine. You're fine. He's really good at soothing you when you're a scared rabbit and a wolf is chasing you. No, I'm just kidding. But no, the water scared me initially because it's just so deep and it's so busy with boats, and you have to deal with the height of those waves coming in. So, and that's him in the background, by the way. You gonna come by and say hi to people just for like a second? Pop your head in.
Hello.
He's in the background saying hello. Anyway, so he's getting ready to cook some stuff on the grill. But so after he kind of coaxed me to get in there, and we finally, did it. And it wasn't initially I was still scared for like how long? Like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, you kind of get used to it, and the waves were more than what I'm used to on the bodies of water that I go on, but they weren't coming over the boat into the boat or anything like that. And there wasn't a chance or not a chance, that would not be a chance. We didn't have this situation where we got blindsided, hit broadside by a wave and then tossed in the water, which was my fear too. So he eventually calmed me down and we worked it out, and he's got, at the end of their dock, they have a ladder that you can just take it and fold it down, and it's attached to the dock, and we use that to actually enter the boat, because entering the boat was actually harder than dealing with the waves, because the waves are aggressively hitting against that boat, and it was tricky trying to maneuver, but we made it work. And we ended up going into a cove, and it was still busy and the water was still busy, but it wasn't unmanageable. And at one point it was actually kind of fun to ride the waves. So that was pretty cool. Let's see what else. And then what else? Refresh me. So we did that, and then we had dinner at the house and stuff, and we played cards. They have been playing cards, him and his family have been playing cards for like 10,000 years, apparently, and I'm not a card player. Cards just don't do it for me, so I'm not the best card player. In fact, I lost by a wide margin. What was the game we were playing? The card game?
313.
It's called 313, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the object of the game is to get the lowest score, not the highest score. Well, my score was so high that I think he said was that you that said to me, do you need a calculator to total up your score? Yeah. Bad. Okay. Anyway, so we chilled out at the house and watched some fireworks. It's not uncommon for people to do fireworks regardless if it's July 4th or not. And let's see, the next day we went out to eat at this really cool restaurant. Do you remember the name of the restaurant?
Little Rizzo's.
Little L-I-L?
Yeah.
Little Rizzo's restaurant. I'm going to be mentioning some businesses. I'm not supporting them. They are not sponsoring me. I'm supporting them because they're cool, but they're not sponsoring me to say this. So there's actually, absolutely no incentive for me to tell you it's great when it isn't. Okay. So we went to Little Rizzo's. It's an Italian restaurant. His dad asked me, do I like Mexican? That's not exactly my favorite. Italian by far is one of my favorites, or probably the favorite is Italian. So went ahead and had dinner there, and then the food was amazing. I had manicotti, and it was just really good. The bread, the seasoning they put on the bread, I don't know what it is with Italians and seasoning, but they know what to do with that. Okay, they just know how to hook that up. And then after that, we went to a music show at the Main Street Music Hall. It is also located in Lake of the Ozarks area, but it's a town called Osage Beach, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's at Osage Beach, and we saw a whole bunch of cute little quaint shops and whatnot. Really, really adorable shops, antique shops. They were all closed. I guess on Sunday they closed like super early or something. But we had plenty of time to kill, so we kind of drove around after dinner, and then we went to the music hall. And I am not kidding you when I say that performance was one of the best shows I've ever seen. The singing, the acting, the little mini skits, the comedy, it was, oh my God. And they played all the genres of music that I like, which is from the 60s to the 80s, including Michael Jackson, including Prince. There's a lady there that her husband was there. He sells boats, and his wife performs, and she's part of the cast. And she does impersonations that are like out of this world. She's just amazing. Do you remember some of the people she impersonated? She did Whoopi Goldberg, Joan Rivers. Who else? Michael Jackson, which was amazing. Her imitating the way his dance style and everything, the moonwalking, the whole bit, the glittery glove and all that, just amazing. She even looked like him in the face. They put hair on her and made her look like him, and she looked like him, which is crazy, but she did. Imitated Stevie Wonder. So there was genres, multiple genres of music across the board from, like I said, the 1960s to the 1980s. And it was just spectacular. The acting was great. The skits were great. The comedy was funny. The music was just amazing. Their vocal talent is amazing. The guys playing, keyboards and guitar were phenomenal. I mean, you're going to be mega talented to even, I don't know if they make you audition to be on the show. I would think that they do. Yeah. And so you're not going to go in there being a slacker. You're going to be on your game. If you're going to perform with them, you're going to be on your game. So it was just totally I like to sing, but to sing for hour after hour after hour after hour, and you're belting is when you're projecting your voice out there for hour after hour and not sounding like your voice is sandpaper, because that would be my issue if I sang like that for hours on end. But I'm sure they rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. And they have ways of soothing their voice when they're not performing, you know what I mean? Or even in between performances, I'm sure they have ways of soothing their throats when they sing, because that's a lot. That's a lot. And I appreciate all of it, believe me. And then after that, spectacular, I was laughing. It was just, there's just not a lot of words to describe how wonderful that performance was. And they did a little, talked about Jesus at the very end. And there was a song that I don't remember the name of it, but There You Were, Jesus, or something like that. But it was an amazing song. It kind of hit me really hard. For those of us who have had some very huge mountains in our lives to climb, that song is going to hit you in the feels, as they say, right in the heartstrings. Beautiful song, beautiful talent, just amazing. I can't say enough about them. And it was my first time seeing them. And then after that, we went to Randy's Frozen Custard, which is also in Osage Beach, not too far away. They don't close until late. So they had a decent crowd out there, okay? People are on the main strip. People were partying, and there was one bar that has so many people, I don't think you'd find a seat with all those people in there. That's how busy it was. And people just having a great time, lighting, beautiful lighting everywhere. In the thumbnail, I'm going to include a business that has like tons of multiple lighting on the main drag. I can't remember the name of the business, but they've got things for you to climb. They put a harness on you and you do all this climbing inside of it. I don't know much about that, but all the lighting was pretty cool. And then we left this morning, and it's a really pretty area. Like I said, if you pull it up on a map, you will see that it is massive, okay? And it was built, don't ask me when because I can't remember, but if you pull up on Wiki, you'll see what it took to build it and how they did it and how long it took to do it and all the specs of that. So amazing, just absolutely amazing. The weather was a little, we were supposedly going to be out of a heat wave, but so by the third day, I'm thinking we're going to get relief. No, you're not. Okay. It continued. The heat wave continued. So that wasn't fun, but what can you do? When we were on the water in the boat, we actually had a decent breeze, and it wasn't a wet, humid breeze. It actually would give you relief from the temperature. So it was pretty good, pretty awesome. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you had a safe weekend, and wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're being safe. No texting and driving. Love you guys. Hey, with the water in the background. Hey, technical issues. That's not nice. Come here, come over here, just pop your head for a second and say hi to people. Come on.
Oh, my hair looks like a bomb went off.
Nobody cares about your hair, my God. Come on. People like to see you. Come on. I'll put the camera on you. You know I will. Don't do that. Come on. Nobody cares about your hair.
I don't want to be on camera.
He doesn't want to be on camera. He's worried about his hairdo. I'm pretty sure y'all don't care about hair. Y'all have seen me look all kind of ways. Anyway, y'all be cool, stay safe, be careful, and yeah, have fun. Whatever you do, have fun, be safe. Talk to you later.